Solving old crimes with DNA and why most states can't. Tomorrow, experience CBS News.
Breaking news on WCCO 4 News. A live report from a plane crash in Crystal. No buses rolling in one school district. The bus drivers are on strike. Fleeing to the burbs. New census figures show many moving out of inner cities and small towns. It's 6 o'clock. The news starts now.
Clear, accurate. Time for WCCO 4 News.
Hello, I'm Don Schulte.
And I'm Amelia Santinello. Breaking news in Crystal. A small plane has crashed near the 5200 block of Bass Lake Road. That's just south of the Crystal Airport. Randy Kay is on the scene right now to tell us a little bit more about what happened. Randy?
Amelia, this is what we know right now. The plane that went down is a twin-engine Cessna. We're told it is registered out of Iowa. It appears it was heading for the runway, which is only about 100 yards away from here, so it didn't miss it by much. Once again, it was heading for the runway. Now, we do have some video of what the scene looks like out here. Witnesses say the plane was on fire. It was coming from the southeast direction. The wing was on fire, actually. There were 4 people on board, and all of them were taken to North Memorial Hospital. We did speak to a witness and the fire chief a short time ago, and here's what they had to say.
Well, it was just like part of the wing was burning. So it was pretty high flames. I mean, as high as the plane.
The people on the plane extricated themselves. So all the people on the plane assisted each other in some way or another and got out. So there was no, the fire department or the police department didn't have to extricate anybody from the aircraft. Though police officers and firefighters had to help move them farther away and assist the paramedics from north.
You know. Now, once again, there were 4 people on board that plane. We do have a picture off the internet of what the plane looks like, not the one out here that crashed, but a similar plane. That is what the twin-engine Cessna that crashed out here, a similar one, would look like. Now, we can show you a picture out here in the field behind me. It's a marshy area, and you can see what the plane looks like. It's still out there. We are waiting for the FAA to arrive out here on the scene and tell us exactly what happened. We do have witnesses who tell us what they saw, but we're going to wait for the official word from the FAA. But once again, the passengers on board did extricate themselves. One of those passengers has been admitted to North Memorial Hospital. The other 3, we're told, are walking around. Reporting live from Crystal Airport, I'm Randy Kay.
Thanks, Randy. Some parents are scrambling tonight. School bus drivers are going on strike in Mendota Heights, West St. Paul, and the Egan School District. Caroline Lowe tells us about the district's plan for the next couple of days. Caroline?
Well, that strike means no school tomorrow for 5,000 students in 8 schools in Mendota Heights, West St. Paul, and Egan. Buses picked up students here at Henry Sibley High School this afternoon, but when school resumes on Friday, most of the kids will have to find their own transportation until the strike is settled.
Started. We have a meeting tonight. We'll be talking about what we're doing tomorrow.
Students will also have to brown bag it for a while because the food service preparers and teacher aides are also on strike.
Well, I'll have kids home all day tomorrow. That'll be one thing, but that's okay.
What about, you normally make their lunches or not?
No, I don't normally make their lunches.
Everybody's happy. We all get an extension on our homework and stuff.
The workers want packages similar to what the teachers got last winter when they signed their contract, but the superintendent says they can't afford it.
We're going to have to arrange our work schedules for getting the kids to and from school, and it'll be a little confusing, but we'll work it out.
So your family's affected another way.
Well, my dad's a bus driver, so he's on strike.
Now, that bus driver we spoke with a little while ago said there'll be a meeting in just about an hour from now, and they'll talk about their next steps. Reporting live from Mendota Heights, I'm Caroline Lowe.
Remember those Census 2000 forms you filled out, the long form or the short form? Well, today we got the results. Minnesota's population is changing. We are more diverse.
I mean, it gives a lot more cultural opportunities to everyone here, and I think any community is improved by being more diverse.
The census found that our Hispanic population has tripled in the last decade. In St. Paul, there are now more Asians living in that city than African Americans. The top 5 fastest growing counties are Scott, Carver, Sherborne, Washington, and Chisago. Alan Cox has been taking a crash course on the census, and he joins us now from the new center of Minnesota's population. Alan?
Migration from the central cities, from the farms in western Minnesota, it's all converging here. Welcome to the sprawl of Minnesota. This is Boomtown, Minnesota, the place where political clout is growing, part of the outer suburban boom that's taken in Woodbury, Lakeville, Eagan, Eden Prairie, Plymouth. But this corner of northwestern Hennepin County has another distinction. It's the exact center of Minnesota's population. The center of Minnesota's population since 1950 has moved toward the Twin Cities, a sign of metro growth and a sign of the 25 counties in greater Minnesota that shrank during the 90s. We calculated the exact location and tracked it down with a GPS unit. It's just outside Rogers, up an embankment besides I-94 in knee-deep snow, unfortunately. The population center is here, or it's within 20 feet of here, maybe a little farther up the embankment, but with this much snow, this is as far as we're going. The man who lives nearest the new center has a population boom of his own going on. Tony Cardinal is staying home this week with 3-month-old triplets Chase, Caden, and Colton. He and his wife moved here 2.5 years ago. They felt too crowded in Brooklyn Park, but not crowded here.
And where we are, with acreage and stuff, you don't have to worry about that too much, but it's certainly booming all around us. A lot of developments going up.
Soon this school district will vote on building a new elementary school for the triplets and other kids. Next door in Rogers, the population quintupled in the last 10 years, and the city expects it to double by 2005 as the suburban edge expands.
It keeps being moved out a little bit because the price of a single-family home on the inside, unless you own it today, there are very few moderate incomes that can afford it.
The city administrator was actually disappointed Rogers isn't growing more quickly. It would have meant more state aid, but Rogers and the rest of the outer suburbs are going to gain political power in St. Paul and in Washington, D.C. when the political districts are redrawn. Reporting live from Hassan Township, I'm Alan Cox.
And Governor Jesse Ventura is getting more criticism from past Minnesota governors. Pat Kessler's at the state capitol, where university funding is bringing former governors back to the capital.
Don, Governor Ventura is proposing a budget hike of about a quarter of what the university says it needs, and that is bringing howls of protest, not just from the university, but also from political leaders. Today, the U turned up the heat again, bringing in former governors to make its case. Sitting side by side, the two governors from two political parties said they're united for the U.
You can choose to fund the university as it is. Will it survive tomorrow? Yes, it will survive. Or you can fund it as it ought to be. When I sat there and made some decisions for education, they were the most important decisions that I made in my life.
The rare appearance by two former governors comes a week after another chief executive said Ventura doesn't do enough for higher ed.
But I believe that's one area where the good Governor Ventura is lacking in previous experience, and it shows.
In addition to former chief executives, the committee heard from two governor candidates Ventura defeated, including one who noted Ventura's alma mater.
Frankly, for those who go to Roosevelt High School or any other high school, they ought to have the opportunity to also go to the University of Minnesota and to see it at its highest quality best.
Governor Ventura is said to be miffed by the comments, but on Minnesota Public Radio, he declined to respond.
They had their turn, now it's my turn. And I make the decisions. I am the governor now.
Meanwhile, after weeks of protests over the governor's education budget, key lawmakers now say they're prepared to spend more.
And I want to make it clear that this is not a black hole. It's a gold mine.
Now, the university gets only about 1/3 of its budget from the state, but Governor Ventura insists the university needs to be more accountable for the money it does get. Reporting live from the Capitol, I'm Pat Kessler.
They're starting to arrive, some of the thousands of basketball fans who are going to the Final Four in the Metrodome this Saturday. Too bad it's not warmer around here for them. Darcy Pollen has been talking to visitors arriving at the airport today. Darcy?
Well, this is the area at the airport set up for the shuttle buses, which transport the
Final Four visitors from here to hotels, the Mall of America, the Convention Center, wherever they want to go. And there's been a steady stream of these buses going back and forth all day long. Now, many of the very first visitors to arrive here were the coaches. They're here both for the Final Four games and the basketball convention that's going to be held here in Minneapolis. Volunteers were there out here at every single turn, guiding coaches, alumni, and fans to shuttle buses and onto their hotels. And unlike us winter-weary Minnesotans, the Final Four visitors we talked to don't seem to mind our unseasonably cold temperatures. Not yet, anyway.
I left Colorado Springs and it was foggy and snowy when I left, so this is tolerable. Not a problem at all.
Oh, it's great. It's great. No, it's a great break for us.
Now, Michigan State is the first Final Four team expected in, and they should be arriving in less than a half hour from now. Maryland should be coming in later tonight, and the hotels tell us that the fans will start coming in earnest tomorrow and Friday. Reporting live from the airport, I'm Darcy Polland.
When will this spring snowfall end? Meteorologist Paul Douglas has the forecast next.
The Minnesota Wild gets set to make hockey history. Hear how you were a part of it.
And later, history comes to life in school.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Franklin. I was born in Boston in 1706.
The Twin Cities' top-rated newscast. This is WCCO 4 News.
Spring into Certic for our annual premium brand sale with over 300 brands of cordials and spirits on sale now through April 7th. East Hennepin and University, Northeast Minneapolis.
I can get
more masking tape,
more concrete,
more plaster,
more of these. I need more tools.
More lawn. More of this. More of that. Maybe I can get 3 more feet.
I need a lot more tools. When I go to Home Depot, I can save money. Nuts. And I can get more stuff.
A lot more than I would have expected.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is why I go to Home Depot first.
The Home Depot, first in home improvement.
It seemed like I had this forever. I just couldn't get the help I needed. The problem? Pelvic pain. Pain that didn't go away. The worst part? Deep pain during intercourse. So I told my gynecologist about the uplift procedure. It's an outpatient treatment. Fast and effective, and it's covered by most insurance. And it really worked. My husband and I are happier, and no more pain. Inlet Medical Incorporated, partnering with gynecologists, innovating for women.
What's so hot about Hot Pockets?
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
Hot Pockets has an oven-baked taste right from the microwave, so your favorite Hot Pockets fillings are inside a...
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
Every time.
Wait up here! Hot Pockets!
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
Honey, have you seen my lean pocket?
Lean pocket? All that rich, hearty taste and only 7 grams of fat.
Hello, dear. I don't see your Lean Pockets anywhere.
The surprising taste of Lean Pockets brand.
This is the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. And the 2001 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
WCCO 4 Weather is brought to you by Liberty Herbicide.
Use Liberty and you can fry over 100 broadleaf weeds and grasses. And your corn won't even feel the heat. It simply shrugs it off and keeps right on growing. Liberty, smarter corn, smarter herbicide.
Now, Don Shelby, Amelia Santinello, Paul Douglas, and Mark Rosen. This is WCCO 4 News.
This is the last week in the Minnesota Food Share campaign. We have an easy way you can help feed hungry people in our state. Just pick up the phone and call our phone bank. Volunteers from the Timberwolves and the Lynx organizations will take your charge donation over the phone. In the metro area, you can call 612-330-2764. In Greater Minnesota, call 877-223-9226. Our goal is 5 million pounds of food. So far, we've collected 1/3 of that goal. Each dollar that you donate is equal to a pound of food. In the past 2 days, this phone bank collected $3,100. An anonymous donor will actually match each dollar we raise up to $50,000. You can also drop off non-perishable food at WCCO TV and radio, Wells Fargo banks, local food shelves, and your place of worship. You can also donate money by clicking onto WCCO.com.
Now, Paul, I'm fond of doing imitations from time to time, as you know, in the newsroom. I'd like to do one for you right now.
All right.
So you can tell me who this is.
Okay.
Who is that? Who is that?
Alan Cox.
Exactly right.
For 20.
Very good. That was Alan Cox in a previous report that he had right here on this air.
It was a peaceful, zen-like 10 seconds. It happens.
Good television, isn't it?
It sure was. Had to give him an A for patience. Oh, boy. All right. 6/10 of an inch of snow today, officially at the National Weather Service. That brings us up to 73 inches for the winter, making this the 11th snowiest winter on record. And is the storm pro serving up any more snow? A little bit, but most of it's over now. It's certainly over west of Buffalo, west of Delano. Where you see the blue, that is mostly snow, and where you see the pink, this is a mix of rain and snow, but it's moving out of the metro after about 7:30 or 8 this evening. Now, the National Weather Service is concerned. It's been so chilly lately that we just haven't melted much snow. There may be bare ground in your yard right now, but that is not the case just outside of the metro. Still 5 to 5.5 inches of water locked up in that snowpack. That compares to 6 to 9 inches back in '97 when we had such severe flooding. 50 degrees, that is the magic threshold for a significant snow melt, with nighttime lows at or above freezing. We just haven't had that. The wild card in the next few weeks will be frost in the ground and any heavy rain. The Weather Service predicting a crest now on area rivers mid to late April, and they're saying many bridges will be underwater over the Minnesota, especially 101 in Shakopee and 41 in Chaska. We'll have more on that tonight at 10. The hassle factor tomorrow at 2, a few slick spots, waking up to about 30 degrees, maybe some sprinkles, but no major problems getting from point A to point B. Everybody just above freezing, wet roads out there. But again, the rain-snow mix will be moving east of the metro after about 8 o'clock tonight. Skies, though, will stay cloudy much of the day tomorrow. The sky spitting a few sprinkles and flurries. Eventually, spring will arrive, and we will interrupt programming when that happens. 30 tonight, the mix tapering. 38 tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. And then Friday, a few rain showers possible, a high of 42, 39 on Saturday with a mix of light rain showers and snow showers, changing to all light snow on Sunday as we take another step back. For the championship Final Four on Monday, 46, knock on wood, maybe a glimmer of sun and a hint of spring.
Good. Thank you very much.
The Wild will make hockey history tonight.
And did you know that there is one Timberwolves player who should probably be playing in this year's Final Four? We'll hear from him next in sports.
WCCO 4 Sports is brought to you by Twin City Metro Chrysler.
Chrysler minivans continue to receive more and more and more awards. Now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards Program. For a limited time, you can get 0.9% APR financing or a $1,500 cash allowance on minivans. So reward yourself today. Drive home one of our award winners. And that's better than taking home a trophy. See your Chrysler dealer today.
It's not just about saving money. It's about spending time. Just dropping by and creating bonds rather than simply buying them. At Edward Jones, it's never just about investing. It's about knowing you and your dreams.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
If you're looking for post-broadleaf control like nothing else...
Hey, hold on. I can do this myself. You can control broadleaves? Watch this. All right, shape up. Roll over. Beg. Play dead. Stay. You too, water hemp. They think it's a game.
That's amazing.
Nothing else like it. Hey, water hemp, you want to go one-on-one?
You can talk.
Hey, talk is cheap. One-of-a-kind broadleaf control is valuable. I said, stay.
I'm speechless.
Good.
It's not like other places. People say good day instead of hi there. And good times are the order of the evening. And you can get a taste of the place just by watching an onion bloom. A great night out that feels like a holiday. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
You're a real outdoorsman, aren't you? Hauling your stuff in your Northland Edition F-150, the truck built especially for the Northland. Oh, you've got the 4x4 off-road package. 4 doors, a CD player, and a powerful Triton V8. And now through April 2nd, you can lease America's best-selling truck for just $259 a month. Pretty proud, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Lease the Northland Edition F-150 for just $259 a month at your Northland Ford store.
RJ joins us now. Darcy told us earlier that all the fans are starting to stream in, but the teams are going to be coming in pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
For the Final Four.
The M&M teams, Michigan State and Maryland are coming in today, and then, of course, Duke and Arizona tomorrow. But you're right, Michigan State will be the first team to arrive, landing at the airport in just a few minutes. But the Twin Cities already has Final Four fever, particularly some of our local sports figures, and some of them with good reason.
Will Avery of the Minnesota Timberwolves will be pulling for the Blue Devils of Duke. And why not? Avery played for Duke and ironically would have been a senior this year had he not gone pro early.
I definitely miss it. I know I had a great time last time I was there. I didn't get to win it, but it's a great time.
The bragging rights issue on the local level in the Final Four even spills over to Winter Park in Eden Prairie, home of the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tice, Vikings offensive line coach, went to Maryland and has been boasting all week that it's the year of the turtle. Offensive coordinator Sherm Lewis almost came to Minnesota to play college ball, but chose Michigan State, and he's got all sorts of history and bragging rights.
I was coaching at Michigan State when Magic Johnson was there, and we won it in 78, 79, and I remember how exciting it was on campus, and the whole community and all the alumni. Everybody's very proud of them.
And if the Spartans defend their title, Vikings wide receivers coach Charlie Baggett is another Michigan State great who just can't wait till next Monday night. And the action starts Saturday afternoon with the Spartans against Arizona and Duke against Maryland. The championship game is Monday night. 2 weeks after he was released by the Vikings, Todd Stussy is on the verge of signing with a new team. We hear that Cincinnati is offering the most money, but Denver is still the front runner for the former Pro Bowl tackle, who was released by the Vikings in a salary cap move. Stussy is expected to make his decision in the next day or so. NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be at the XL Center to take part in the festivities tonight when the Minnesota Wild hockey team makes history. Yes, after 38 straight sellouts, the Wild will set a new expansion attendance record tonight when they face Phoenix at the X. Atlanta set the old record, drawing 705,000 last year. Tonight's attendance will put the Wild way over that at 717,000, and with 2 more games to play, they're projected to draw more than 750,000.
Oh, it's been incredible. You know, every game we've had has been sold out, and that's not to mention the exhibition games, too, that were some of the loudest. But it's been incredible. Minnesota obviously has a great following of hockey, and people love it here in this state, and people follow it, and people have supported it here, and everyone knew it was going to be like that. The trick is, obviously, like you said, to keep it in year 2, 3, and 4, and years to come.
And we have one final note. Stephon Marbury, former Timberwolf, out for the rest of the season with a ruptured pinky. Yes, times have changed. I know. It would never happen years ago.
His pinky, okay.
A very cool social studies project is coming up next.
Hi, I'm Paul Revere. I was born in Boston, 1734.
WCCO 4 Sports is brought to you by Lexus.
Introducing the Lexus IS High Performance Lease. Only $399 a month for 39 months, with just $23.74 due at signing. At last, a lease that actually performs, as well as the car. See Lexus of Wyzetta and Lexus of Maplewood.
We have entered a medical revolution in the treatment of cancer. A cutting-edge approach to treatment where the patient joins the care team. Parker Hughes Cancer Center has brought together some of the world's finest oncologists, specialists, and nurses. Professionals with a common cause. Determined to seek out the most successful and least toxic cancer treatments, tailored to each patient for the best possible recovery. Parker Hughes Cancer Center, the model of treatment to come.
Try farmland ham, straight from the family farms of farmland. So it's tender, juicy, and full of flavor, the way you and your family love it.
I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of
Farmland, proud to be farmer-owned.
What's so hot about Hot Pockets?
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
Hot Pockets is an oven-baked taste right from the microwave, so your favorite Hot Pockets fillings are inside a
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
every time.
Wait up here! Hot Pockets!
Crispy, crusty, tender, flaky crust.
Honey, have you seen my lean pocket?
Lean pocket? All that rich, hearty taste and only 7 grams of fat.
No, dear. I don't see your lean pockets anywhere.
The surprising taste of Lean Pockets brand.
She's the biggest sport utility on the planet.
Yeah, big.
8.5 feet wide. Seats 84.
While other companies were busy thinking bigger, Subaru was thinking smarter. That's why the Forester gives you the rugged traction of all-wheel drive with a smooth, easy car-like ride.
Coming in the other colors?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Subaru Forester. Sport utility tough, car easy.
Now you can get financing as low as 3.9% APR on all 2001 models.
Here are those telephone numbers again for the Minnesota Food Share Phone Bank. You can help feed hungry people in this state by charging a donation over the phone. The metro area number is 612-330-2764. In Greater Minnesota, call 877-223-9226. And you can call until 10:30 tonight. You can also donate online at WCCO.com. Get those kids to work. Coming up tonight at 10. See how a Twin Cities hospital is making every second count in a heart attack tonight in Lifeline. Plus, the latest on a plane crash near the Crystal Airport and the story that will really bug you. Join us at 10.
Have you ever been to a wax museum where you push the buttons and the characters talk? Well, we went to one today at Mounds Park Academy in St. Paul.
Oh, well, hello there. My name is Benjamin Frank, and I believe I need my bifocals to see who you are. Ah, much better. You know, I invented these. I was very important in history and the American Revolution because I was both a hero and a traitor. I'm a spy for the week. I'm very daring and brave, and for this, most of the natives respect me.
Very good.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun, too.
They're really teaching history?
No, those people are going through a time warp.
Oh, I see.
Give your pet a secure home with Master Helco kennel panels from Menards. They bolt together quickly.